This one will be super short. I just wanted to show you that it's possible to use tables to give some dimensions. And we've been looking at a kind of dimensioning called rectangular coordinate. That is a mouthful. It's ASME's way of saying, X and Y directions using arrows. In this set of slides, we'll look at tables very briefly, and then in the next set of slides, we'll look at something called ordinate dimensioning. So here's rectangular coordinate dimensioning, according to ASME. Here is tabular dimensioning. That's the adjectival form of table, so table dimensioning. And what they are showing us here is how if you have some part that is just loaded with all kinds of holes, you might find it simpler just to say, I've got a baseline in the X direction. I've got a baseline in the Y direction. And if you want to know where a hole is, you can look up the X and Y locations in this table. So here's, for example, in the upper left corner, here's hole B1. Now looking in the table, B1 has an X distance of 5 millimeters and a Y distance of 38 millimeters. And then if you want to know what diameter it is, you look at this other table, and according to this table, all of the holes that are labeled B, B1, B2, B3, B4, they all have a diameter of 4.8 millimeters. And instead of saying 4x, they have a column in their table that says quantity 4. So that's one way to approach Swiss cheese, a whole bunch of holes. You might find that if you work for a place that does drilling diagrams for printed circuit boards. Here it is with dimensions. Here it is with a table that's a little bit cleaner looking. Here is ASME showing how you can use tables to give things like locations in odd directions. Here is ASME showing us how you can use a table for a drawing that deals with more than one part. For example, let's say you work for a company that makes flat washers, and here's what they look like. They're 2 circles and they're flat, so flat washer. Well, you don't want to make a separate drawing for every single washer size, so what you do is you make one drawing, and for the outside diameter you write A, and then here's a table that says for all these washer numbers there's the outside diameter, and so on and so forth. You put all the sizes in the table along with part numbers corresponding to the table. This is the same as what you might find in a parts catalog. So here is a whole series of sizes of this fitting, and then here are the dimensions for each of those fittings depending on which one you're interested in. All right, that's it for tables. Now in the next set we'll go on to ordinate dimensions.